Jake hit puberty.
Yep. Hello.
Are we now seducing them?
Hello.
Find the balance.
Hello. Welcome to TJD. We watched Suburban Commando.
Hello, brother, I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew, brother.
Now I feel weird.
You should. Yes, the 1991 cult classic.
I feel like The Undertaker. And I'm Jake.
The 1991 classic action comedy sci-fi film.
Classic.
Starring...
Film.
Words. Starring Christopher Lloyd, Shelley Duvall, and the great Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
The synopsis is an interstellar human hero from a distant world visits Earth and tries to fit in with a mundane yet kind suburban family.
There's no plot to this movie.
No.
Better or worse than Masters?
Worse.
Yeah, probably
I
worse.
think worse.
I think it's probably worse.
Masters, you at least had, like, the hot barbarian chick that came down, and I'm like, yeah.
What? Sexy Duvall didn't do it for you?
Nah. Shelley Duvall's never been high on my list.
What list?
The actresses I would put my penis in list. It's worded exactly as I said. And it exists. This is reality.
Yeah, no, Shelley Duvall does have a risque scene in this.
I mean,
you literally said ooh, and then it got to her, and you're like, oh.
I don't remember saying ooh.
You said
you
ooh.
mean ew?
No, you said ooh. You're like, ooh, what's this? And then it got to above, and you're like, oh, never mind.
I thought it was Terry Hogan for a minute.
He saw that hairdo, and he's like, nah, son.
All right, so pros, cons.
Oh.
Well, here, let me set up the film just a little bit, because I don't think a synopsis does this non-plot justice.
You think?
So Hulk Hogan is Shep, what's his last
name?
Shep Ramsey, which is so confusing because you think Chef Ramsay, but no, he's not a chef. He's like shepherd. But he is an intergalactic bounty hunter hero guy, and he gets sent to Earth because he damages his own spaceship after a failed attempt to save this president of a planet. And he crash lands, and he starts living with Christopher Lloyd's family. Shelley Duvall's his wife. They have 2 kids. Christopher Lloyd is an architect who has no backbone.
Yep.
Yeah, and so his whole thing is like he'll get halfway through a yellow light and stop, and then reverse back over the line instead of just continuing to go. He can't talk up to his boss, even though he needs a pay raise to help his family. He won't stand up for himself to his neighbors who keep parking shit in front of his driveway. So yeah, no backbone, almost gets hit by a car several times. Yeah, and it leads to Hulk Hogan trying to assimilate to suburban life, and everything doesn't go right. And eventually Christopher Lloyd allows for these bounty hunters to come and track down Shep to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And also lead the guy there that Shep thought he murdered. I'm not really worried about spoilers. This film's from 91, and no one gets
It's awful.
It's an
it
awful
should
film.
never be watched.
Howard the Duck, which is better? This or Howard the Duck?
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck, yeah.
Whose villain was better?
Howard the Duck.
Yeah, I'd probably say Howard the Duck.
Because, like, when it transforms into that giant-ass monster, that's, like, pretty crappy. This at least had a practical suit effect.
Yeah, but with that, watching it now, you could be like, that guy's a rapist.
Well,
And it
I'm
has
not talking about when he's in Jeffrey Jones. I'm talking when it...
Right, but you could still point at the monster and go, that guy is a rapist.
Oh, so you're saying Jeffrey Jones is the monster.
Yes.
He is!
Yeah.
That's how this works.
But yeah,
Why do
so...
you think they cast him?
So,
well, at the time, they probably didn't know that...
As a monster.
Oh, well, yeah, at the time they didn't know.
mhm.
They knew.
They knew?
But,
why the fuck didn't they stop it?
yeah, so this film just deals with Shep trying to deal with being in suburbia America. Thus, Suburban Commando.
Did they say where it was?
I think it's California. That was my guess, was somewhere in Cali.
I
With all the surfboards and that.
We didn't see any moto surfing in this.
Yeah. Well, this was before Surf Ninjas. Same company though. New line.
New Line floundered for a long time
Yep.
before it died.
You know, that Lord of the Rings saved their ass for a while.
Yep. That's when it went to their head.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're on Easy Street now.
Surf Ninjas 2.
No one asked for that.
No. Yeah, so Suburban Commando. Pros, cons.
I got a pro.
Really?
The Asian businessmen.
They have the best lines in this fucking film.
That's the only pro I have. They're funny because they basically...
Tell it how it is.
They're the only normal people in the fucking movie. What's his name? Larry Miller?
Yeah.
Which, I heard that name and you could have paid me $1 million. I couldn't have pointed out a Larry fucking Miller. Yeah, but you would recognize him. He's the,
Dad from 10 Things I Hate About You.
and the dickhead from Nutty Professor.
Mm-hmm. The Dean, or whatever he is.
Right, the remake. The Eddie Murphy one.
Yeah.
And he's an asshole. He's just there to be a pompous fucking dickhead.
Plays the role great.
He's good at doing that. It's something that happens in this movie, I guess, which is good.
Yeah, we're really worried about this building,
Yeah, nobody cares.
this architect project.
So he's like the head of this firm, I guess, and Christopher Lloyd is like the lowly guy that's doing all the legwork on all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps stalling to present this plan for whatever building they were going to have built, and Larry Miller doesn't know shit about anything. Like a typical manager probably would have no idea what goes on. They just have Christopher Lloyd come in and they delegate. And him, I guess he was talking to him about Godzilla movies, and then he's like, I'm running out of Japanese movies, which, I mean, you could have talked about just regular people shit, but, you know.
He's not a person, though.
Right, and Japanese people, as you know, only talk about Japanese things.
They only talk about Godzilla.
Actually, they only talk shit about him. And then it would show their translator being like, this guy's a fucking idiot, or something like that. Not verbatim, because it's PG, but... Yeah, that was, like, the only part where you're like, that's a semblance of humor.
Because they're like, man, when this guy shovels shit, he does it with both hands.
Yeah,
that was a great line.
Yep.
And that, or the very first time he meets him, he's like, I'm really gonna hate this guy, aren't I?
Yep. That's it. It's devoid of anything good whatsoever.
Now, what if that girl...
Oh, that's not true. There's a girl that looks like she could suck the emblem off the hood of a car. So that's kind of good.
That's a pro.
Makes me kind of tingly to imagine the possibilities.
Of this woman sucking the car emblem off your car.
Yes, the car emblem. Of course.
No, wait, which one was that? Was that the girl / aka hooker, or...
No, the secretary.
Yeah, the secretary. Not even the hooker. They should have swapped those roles, to be honest. The secretary looked like a fucking hooker, and the hooker looked like a hooker, too.
Honestly, I thought she was just a girl, but in the credits, they literally put... So there's this girl who is about to get raped. Christopher Lloyd has followed Shep to his ship. And Shep leaves, and Christopher Lloyd throws on all of his gear just to try it out. And this girl is about to be raped by 2 guys. And Christopher Lloyd stops it somehow.
Oh, one of the guys is Mexican for one scene only.
Yes. But he's able to stop these guys and just seem like a regular girl. But then cut to credits, and it says girl, then parentheses, aka hooker. I was like, wait, what?
They had to declare her occupation.
For her W-2?
I guess. Yeah.
I played hooker number 1, Suburban Commando.
There were more than one hookers in Suburban Commando?
No, I'm just saying.
That secretary, though.
Yeah. I guess.
I don't know.
God, she was eye fucking the shit out of Terry Hogan.
Well,
For some reason.
who doesn't? I mean, Jake's watched his sex tape.
Not for Terry Hogan. Actually, I don't know why I watched it.
Well, yeah, why did you watch it?
Morbid curiosity.
Hogan knows best.
No, he doesn't. Hogan don't know shit.
I forgot that was a show.
Yeah,
Was it a show?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why his wife left him.
Because of the show?
I think
because he thought he knew best.
Yeah. No, there was something. I think it was something with the show, like put strain on the relationship. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd imagine putting all your personal shit out there.
Yeah. When somebody's watching you take steroids in your ass. So. Guy's daughter recording deal though.
Wow.
Oh, pros. This soundtrack.
No.
No.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
Hulk Hogan has a song on this.
And it sounds like a Hulk Hogan song.
There's one song you hear about 20 times called "Almost Like Paradise," performed by Robert Jason. Whoever the fuck
Robert Jason?
Yeah. Then there is a song called "It's a Nice Place to Live, but I Wouldn't Want to Visit," written and produced by Robert Jason and David Michael Frank, who also both did "Almost Like Paradise," but performed by J-Rock featuring Hulk Hogan.
Mistakes were made.
Then there's "Do You Want to Party" by Casey and the Sunshine Band, a song called "Black Book," and "Freight Train." But then you also get like the Lone Ranger theme song to play over the credits with a random cat meow at the end.
That was the best part.
Is that your scene?
What was the credits? It was a sound cue that was probably accidentally inserted.
I don't know, because you had the joke twice with the cat.
That was their banger.
Yeah.
They were like, we really got to use this fucking cat gag as a crutch. Because
Well,
we don't have a fucking movie.
Then they have Elizabeth Moss getting thrown in the air. What if she had been impaled like on a fence? Would that have made this film better?
Probably better. I'd have been like, wow, that was shocking. Nothing else was shocking.
No, that's not true. When the monster at the end, that was shocking.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, the monster gets electrocuted.
Congratulations on not knowing that, by the way.
If you've gone your whole life without watching this film, I commend you.
If you're on your deathbed, don't watch this film. Unless you're looking for something to make it come quicker.
No, it'll feel like it's been dragging forever.
Well, yeah, that's true. Every moment that you're alive will be anguish.
What they play in hell.
On repeat.
Yeah.
No, that's Yoga Hosers.
That was bad. This or Yoga Hosers?
I'd rather watch this.
I think I would too.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not by like a wide margin,
No.
but it's still decisive. For me, at least.
Is suicide an option?
I hear it's painless.
It brings on many changes. God. What do you guys think of Hulk Hogan's acting?
Acting.
Who's a better actor, him or Dolph Lundgren?
Dolph Lundgren.
I would agree. Dolph
Yeah.
Is
Lundgren.
fucking Brando compared to Hulk Hogan.
But they were both in Rocky movies.
Yeah. Yeah, they were both in Rockies. Rocky 3 and Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Well, Hulk Hogan was in a Rocky before Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah, his name was Thunder Lips, and he fought
Mhm.
Rocky in an exhibition match.
Thunder Lips, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a good name for that secretary.
Wow.
Maybe that's where he got it. No, that would have been prior to this, right?
Yeah.
Good. I don't know why.
Are you like, do you want to look up this actress and like...
No. Honestly, it's not that great. It was just the lips where I was like, wow, you could do some damage.
What?
You could fuck some shit up. It's more like, wow. I don't know how to word it. It's an observation. It's not like I actually care.
Okay.
It's been fucking 30 years. It's not gonna be... The vacuum don't suck no more.
I don't know. I'm sure Betty White could give it to you pretty good.
Fuck. Give me what?
I don't know.
What do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Money.
I don't think you could handle Betty White.
I couldn't handle Betty fucking White?
No.
Oh my god. You think that little of me. She's probably a beast in bed.
I'd watch that.
You'd watch Jake fuck Betty
She
White.
grabs my mullet and calls me a dirty wrestler.
Yeah. Now, okay, how the fuck did they get Christopher Lloyd to do this film? How?
I'm assuming the mob was involved.
Did Vince McMahon, like, threaten him?
Maybe?
Vince McMahon.
By the way, The Undertaker makes a cameo appearance. He hadn't even debuted in the WWE yet. But Vince told him to do this film because he wanted him to become a big-time thing. And so he thought it'd be awesome. Like, it's something they could do later. Like, a wink back. Like, because Hogan had a movie called No Holds Barred, in which he had Tony Little play Zeus.
Tony Little, the fucking... That guy?
What guy?
He had the fucking... What was it? The gazelle workout thing? With the ponytail?
Let me,
Wasn't that Tony Little? He always wore the hat, right?
Maybe I said the wrong name then. I have it right here.
Is that Tony Little, though?
Oh, Tommy Lister. Tommy Lister. So, yeah, I think... I said I don't know.
You just reminded me that Tony Little existed, though. That blows my mind.
Let me look and see if that's Tony Little.
You don't remember Tony Little?
No,
You're gonna see. He's gonna have a black hat and some big ass hair and a fucking.
Yep.
There he is.
Oh my god.
That's scary. He's 61 years old.
Yep, that dude would be on like late night TV, like all coked up, running on a fucking treadmill thing. Like, you gotta buy this shit. Allegedly, I don't know about the coke. I mean, yeah, he did sell some fucking treadmill thing, but everything else, I'm not sure.
He identified himself as America's personal trainer. So
right,
yeah,
it's a bold claim.
Anyways, yeah. So I meant Tommy Lister, Tommy Tiny Lister Jr., who played Zeus. And they brought Zeus in for like a WrestleMania even. And because they were trying to build up that movie and that character. And Tommy Lister had never wrestled a day in his life. So those matches weren't very good. But that's what they were trying to do with The Undertaker. And kind of they put this film in the closet and just never brought it up. He just came out as The Undertaker and they never mentioned it.
They drowned this movie in a river.
Yeah. Because his name's Mark William Calloway. Yep, is The Undertaker.
This was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was real bad. Like, I had always imagined it'd be pretty not good. And they were right.
It was be pretty not good.
It's pretty not good.
There's a difference between being bad and pretty not good.
It is bad.
Yes.
It's horrifying.
What about the fucking product placement in this film?
What product?
RC Cola.
Yeah, what product?
RC Cola didn't do many films. Why this one?
Somebody fucked up.
RC was like, we gotta get in on that Hulk Hogan.
They had one guy they just hired that was like, I'm gonna be the official movie product placement guy. I'm gonna pick the movies that we gotta fucking promote ourselves in. Suburban Commando is a surefire hit. Bam, you're fired.
Now, to play devil's advocate, it was supposedly originally called Urban Commando, and it starred Arnold as Shep and Danny DeVito in the Christopher Lloyd part. And he was like an ex-Marine who was trying to track down a terrorist in this suburban area. And so that's why he was living with them, is because he was trying to infiltrate the suburbia to be able to find the terrorist.
Where did the alien shit come in?
They rewrote it. When New Line bought it, New Line had to buy the script, and they rewrote it. And so...
Wow.
Somebody paid money for the script.
New Line actually read this and was like, we have to own this.
They made a conscious decision.
Because Arnold and Danny DeVito went on to do Twins, so this script kind of went unused.
Right. Was this the movie that Arnold pretended he was really interested in, and then, like, totally wasn't interested in it?
I don't know.
I heard that he did that for a movie. I think it might have been this movie. Because he did an interview or something where he's like, oh, you know what used to happen is... I'm not even going to try to do Arnold.
You did!
I did for a minute, but I made a conscious decision to not put everybody through that. All three people. And it's us. So, I think Arnold came out and said in the 90s they would vulture scripts because he was like that popular.
Mm-hmm.
And that when somebody heard, like they would get word that he was interested in something, they would try to like steal it from him. And I think he said he pretended to be super interested in this, and then he fucking let it go. And then he's like, next thing I know, Hulk Hogan is in Suburban Commando. And then he's like laughing about it. I don't know that it's... You'll have to look it up.
And that would make sense. I mean, he supposedly was supposed to be in this, and they changed like just the name, and then they added the alien thing, which they even give a nod to Alien in this fucking film, where he's like, I want to go find a creature that bleeds acid. It's like, oh.
That's a better movie.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Not that it needed to be said.
No, it didn't. Oh, yeah, this film probably it only set New Line back about $6 million, because honestly, I do remember seeing previews for this film. Why? I know.
I remember seeing it too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, even as a kid, I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in that. And I liked wrestling.
I did rent it when it was on VHS. I did rent it.
Did you smell the case?
No, it wasn't one of those type of
I
cases.
bet these cases smelled like dog shit.
It was one of those, cardboard ones. So it wasn't the ones I liked.
It's not the same.
Yeah, no.
You need that plastic that probably causes brain cancer.
Are you talking about that Disney?
Yeah.
VHS plastic?
Mm-hmm.
That was that good shit. You gotta find yourself a dealer.
I'm
old
okay.
VHS cases.
I'll just go to Half Price Books and...
Yeah?
Yeah, they'd have them.
You're looking over your shoulder. Oh! Fox and the Hound.
Yes.
That movie breaks my heart. I have a heart.
No, you don't.
Only for Disney. That's how they get me. Fuckers. Reminding me I'm human.
So, I want to ask this question. Hulk Hogan or Shelley Duvall, which do you fuck?
Shelley Duvall. I told you why.
Yeah, because she actually has a vagina that you're aware of.
It's my only standard. God, this sounds bad.
I say, why not both?
Would you take a threesome?
I mean, you could... Wait, would I?
Yeah.
No. In my mind, I'm like, you could tell people you had a threesome with Hulk Hogan and Shelley Duvall, but then I thought, that isn't going to do me any good in life.
But then you get the tag team belt.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a belt for doing it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm on board then.
You get the WWE tag team belts.
Also, Khan, the fucking use of wrestling jargon.
What are you guys, a tag team? When he's fighting the bounty hunters, he takes one out from a falling elevator, and so then Undertaker, with a toilet still attached to his head, opens up the elevator, and he's like, "What are you guys, a tag team?" It's like, oh, I get it.
And then I think Hulk Hogan brings up like grudge match later on.
He's like this intergalactic grudge match.
Yeah.
And then he does a sidewalk slam onto a fucking desk at the bank.
Were you guys wrestling fans?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was huge wrestling.
I was never really into wrestling.
No,
I played wrestling games.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my priest called it anyway.
Who's your favorite wrestler
of all time?
Yeah.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
How's he doing?
How's
Owen?
That's not funny. That's not cool.
Too soon.
Something happened to Owen? Owen Hart's dead?
Yeah, you know this. Don't be a little dick.
I think we've talked about it on the pod, actually. It's been 20 years. He fell. Get over it.
Too soon.
It happens. Was he that great?
Yeah, I thought he was.
Really?
I enjoyed Owen. He was a lot of fun to watch.
All right.
Who's your favorite?
I didn't watch.
But you played the video game, so you had to know the characters.
All right. British Bulldog.
Oh, nice. All right. We're all part of the Hart fantasy.
Because he was a big fucking. He didn't even look like a wrestler. He was just some fat, bald white guy.
He wasn't bald.
Well, it was PS1 graphics.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that then. Like, he wasn't bald.
I get all my wrestling knowledge from PS1 games.
I'm sorry.
That's why I thought Owen was still alive. Not really, though.
No, you didn't.
Mine was Rey Mysterio Jr.
God, you guys are very fucking sensitive about Owen Hart.
It was tragic, dude. That's probably where like my fandom probably stopped for wrestling, was like shortly after that incident.
All right.
It like I liked Brett better, but I enjoyed watching Owen.
He's acting like I'm talking about his mother or something.
I know you are. He fathered me. No, he didn't. But yeah, I love. But the Hitman's had some setbacks. He had a stroke and a heart attack, and yeah, it's not been good for him.
I thought you were gonna say the Ram.
Oh yeah,
the Ram.
Yeah,
Ram would be up there. Good old Mickey Rourke.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch any of Hulk Hogan's matches? I mean, I know you watch his sex tape, but
that was a hell of a match. Him fighting middle-aged obesity. Well, I guess fucking, if you call it that. I don't know about you, but if I'm making a sex tape, I'm getting in the ring, like, right away. I'm not going to eat a fucking sandwich in the corner of the room. I don't turn the camera on for that part. But apparently that's foreplay for Hulk Hogan.
Or like, I'm going to remember this sandwich, and then I'm going to get super hard, brother.
Like, I honestly thought he was going to fuck the sandwich.
I mean, it's roast beef.
Have you
it's a
not
good cut?
Have you ever not wanted? Have you ever not wanted to fuck a sandwich?
Have I ever not wanted to fuck a sandwich? So, are you implying that every time you see a sandwich, you're like, well, I kind of want to fuck that sandwich? That's normalcy for Ty?
I'm not saying for me. I'm just asking if you've never wanted to.
Have I never wanted... The way you even ask that question is fucking bizarre. Have you ever not wanted to fuck a sandwich? Implies that I'm already wanting to fuck a sandwich. No, I've never not wanted to fuck one.
See, I knew it. That's how he makes his mayo.
Oh. Gross.
And the pod comes to a halt.
Yeah, I've seen Hulk Hogan wrestle.
No, I haven't seen him wrestle anything.
No,
other than that.
Now, did you know there was a Hogan's Knows Best porn parody?
Yeah. What?
I gotta see.
Wait, so it's him and his family fucking?
I never watch it. I just know it exists.
Why?
I don't know.
So you look at me like I'm a fucking weirdo for watching a Hulk Hogan porn, but you know of the existence of a Hulk Hogan knows best.
It's on Pornhub.
Oh my god.
Do we know what we're watching after the pod?
After.
Oh, man.
Let's take an intermission right fucking now.
Ex-hamster as well.
Don't go to that site.
Yeah, go to Pornhub. Your phone will thank you.
Oh, you can buy it. You can buy it on DVD.
Why the fuck would you?
You just need it for 5 minutes.
If you're paying for porn in 2018, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
You want to know how much it is?
Too much.
Oh, do you want to see the front of it? Oh, it's only $10.
That's as much as Suburban Commando on Vudu.
There's the cover.
Oh my gosh.
It kind of looks like Hulk.
It does. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed.
Huh.
The thing I worry about is, like, do they have him fucking his own daughter in this?
Third degree of what? Third degree incest?
Third Degree Films.
Oh, so that's the filming company, I guess.
Alright. Great name. Not really.
No. Alright, well, what else with this film? Oh, fucking the graphics. Like that fucking opening Star Wars-esque scene.
It was pretty bad.
It looked just like Star Wars.
Which one?
The first one.
I don't even think
Episode 1?
No. God damn it.
Episode 4?
Yeah.
A New Hope?
Fucking stupid timeline. You can't just say first Star Wars now, because some asshole will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like me?
You mean the one with Jar Jar? No.
Would Jar Jar in this film have made it better?
I don't know what would have made this better.
Honestly, would a better actor have made this better?
I don't think so. You don't have a plot.
Yeah,
There's nothing going on. Like, even... Fuck, like, I don't know. Masters of the Universe, oddly, is the comparison for this, I think.
Yeah, it's a spaceman brought to Earth for God knows unknown reasons.
To fuck Courtney Cox.
Yeah. At least Courtney Cox is better to look at than Shelley Duvall.
That's pretty much not debatable.
I mean, I would take it back. I did not remember that scene as a kid where Shelley Duvall walks in negligee and a fucking permass wig.
Like a sheer wig.
Yeah. And then just takes it off. She's like, oh, okay, honey, and takes it off. And it's like, what the fuck was that? Like, she's wanting to just bang Lloyd right there on the couch. I mean, as a kid, I didn't remember that. No.
Didn't do nothing for you?
I guess not.
But you remember duck titties from Howard the Duck, though.
Yes. But, I mean, how do you forget duck titties?
Well...
Yeah, have you forgotten about duck titties?
Not since I've seen them, no.
See?
Actually, as a kid, yeah, that would have blown my mind. I'd have been like, holy shit, the entire course of my existence just changed.
Jake just is rewounding play.
I'm into a whole new breed of pornography.
Jake would have become a furry.
Yeah, probably. Not really, though. Actually, I don't know. I'm not a fucking shrink. It's possible. I don't like to think about it.
Why are you getting so defensive?
I don't know. I'm thinking about...
Are you...
No, I'm thinking of the fucking Watership Down and all the damage it did. So to see duck titties, I'd have been like, wait... What?
So young and
So when you go to these furry parties, do you go as a rabbit or a duck?
I go as a bear.
Oh.
No, he goes a duck because that's the only way to get Leah Thompson.
No costume included. Wink.
Gotcha.
It's a gay joke. I'm not gay.
Disclaimer? Or what?
I'm just making it super awkward now.
Okay. How about this? Fucking Shelley Duvall, in the matter of what? Fucking 10 hours? Takes their fucking shed in the back. That Christopher Lloyd uses as a workshop. And practically builds a whole new fucking house.
That was the most unbelievable part of the movie.
Yeah, she new flooring, put in a fucking bathroom, found a bed, painted all the fucking walls. It's like, what the fuck? Like, in 10 hours she was able to do this? Get her a fucking job if you're struggling with money.
Right.
She can build a fucking house in 10 hours?
She's Bob Vila.
Bob Vila didn't do shit. She's better than Bob Vila.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh. Yeah. And so, yeah. It's stupid. The timeline of this fucking shit.
Well, I mean, we saw Hulk Hogan throw a skateboard into space, so...
And then to have that callback later, as the bounty hunters are looking for him, they see on their screen a floating...
I could feel myself dying as I saw that skateboard rotate.
that means it made it through the atmosphere, unfazed.
Yeah, it didn't burn up or anything.
Fuck, I had to take an aspirin 10 minutes into this. It was one of those, I was right on the edge, and then it just was so fucking trash. I was like, yeah, I'm going to preemptively get in front of what's going to happen later.
That J-Rock featuring Hulk Hogan song didn't do it for you?
Yep, that was probably around where that started kicking in.
Who the fuck is J-Rock?
Exactly.
The dude from Trailer Park Boys.
That's exactly what I thought too. I was like, what? J-Rock? You know this film had to do great on fucking VHS and rentals though, right?
Yeah, it's because kids are fucking stupid.
Hi.
Like, oh, Hulk Hogan.
No,
I was a stupid kid too. You put any movie down in front of me, I'd fucking sit through it.
It literally was that. I was like, oh, it's fucking Hulk Hogan. I gotta watch this. And so I probably rented Suburban Commando 2 or 3 times.
Wow. Just buy it.
I didn't know that at the time. Also, do you think my parents would really be like, yeah, we own Suburban Commando? Isn't your DVD collection or your movie collection like a reflection on yourself?
God, I hope not.
I don't know. I look back at some of those DVDs I own and I'm like, eh.
Maybe it was dropped on my head.
I own Sahara.
Dude, I own Nutty Professor 2. That was the first DVD I ever bought.
That was a big misstep.
Yeah.
That was probably the beginning of the end for you.
I paid $40 for it.
Oh my gosh.
Sam Goody?
Yep.
What a great place to buy a movie for twice as much as it's worth.
I don't think I've ever spent more than $20 on a DVD.
Oh, I have. Oh, I've got stupid shit. I have a fucking...
Like the stupids?
I have a Watchmen spaceship.
Oh, what?
Watchmen has a box set actually, it's pretty awesome. But it's overpriced as fuck. And it eventually dropped to like $20. I have a Blade Runner briefcase. I have dumb shit. You don't need that. If you're a fan of a movie, just go buy it. If it's a remaster, maybe. But you don't need... It just takes up fucking space. I'm realizing as I get older, I'm like, I wish I hadn't bought the fucking box set of whatever fucking show. Like, Lost comes in a giant fucking crate. Like, the Dharma Initiative thing or whatever. Where the fuck are you gonna put that?
On your mantle?
Yeah, you mount it in front of your fireplace.
Well, I was gonna say, like, above your bed. So like when you're banging a chick, be like, look at my Lost set.
Does this get you wet? That I wasted so much money on something so fucking frivolous? Because it gets me hard.
Like Terry Hogan. Brother.
And then I bite into a roast beef sandwich.
Yes.
And
then I've been fucking...
and then you bite into her roast beef sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you pull on her mullet.
Her mullet.
Because you asked her to shave, like, the top of her head.
Oh.
I can call you brother.
It wasn't Linda Hamilton from Terminator 1?
Mm-mm.
Well, that's unfortunate. Was it Kyle Reese?
Yes.
I'm okay with that. Michael Biehn. Alright.
Yep.
We talked about enough fucking sandwiches and stupid shit. Are we even a movie pod anymore? Would you classify this as a movie pod?
It's definitely comedy, but like we
comedy, he says.
we use the movie to try and set up jokes
Right.
that we don't even practice.
Sometimes we're successful.
This is just a bad movie.
Once or twice we're successful.
Yeah. But, I mean, we have covered practically this whole fucking movie. If people want us to go in more to script, fuck.
There's not a movie here.
Like, the stupidity of the fight scene with Hulk Hogan and the two bounty hunters, like, they grab rebar. They're in a level of a building. Everything in this building is built but this one floor. And they bend a rebar. One of the bounty hunters bends a rebar to then hand it to the Undertaker, who bends it back to hand it to Hulk Hogan, who makes a bunny rabbit out of it.
Pretty dumb.
Yep.
Or the Undertaker gets his rocket boots kicked on and just blows through floors for God how long? 3 minutes?
Until he finally ends up in a woman's vagina out of a toilet.
I don't know about the vagina part.
There was a woman on the toilet.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Now, what if she had been dookie-ing?
Dookie-ing.
Yep, dookie-ing.
Haven't heard that since the 4th grade.
I
Dookie-ing.
don't know, the kids were still calling it that these days.
Called the shit poop. Dookie-ing. Then he'd
Have dookie on him.
he'd have some shit on his face.
He'd be shit-faced.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep. Was I supposed to do the symbol?
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
How about also one last commentary on the 90s culture? They're like the fucking neighbors in this fucking blocking Christopher Lloyd's shit. I would just fucking hit their car and been like, you're blocking my property, and would have said fuck it. So like, they were illegally parked. That's not on you.
And then they would sue you.
Yeah, well, they were illegally parked. They'd have no grounds to stand on.
Well, you destroyed their property.
Yes, but they illegally parked their property, so therefore the property can't be covered.
I don't know. Is it illegally parked if it obstructs your...
If it obstructs an entrance, yeah. You like,
Yeah, but you have the right to mar a vehicle if
but
it's illegally parked.
But do you have the right to block access to somebody's property? They technically own that piece of land to be able to access their property.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you can do whatever you want to their car.
Well, I mean, if you can shoot a guy for trespassing, why can't you hit somebody's car for being parked illegally?
But it's a public street.
But the access...
Attorneys
I
get at
I
us.
understand. Well, yeah, attorney. If an attorney tweeted us, I'll hang myself.
You'll hang dong?
Yeah, sure. I'll David Carradine it up. It's a good way to go.
Yeah, why not?
Would you finish?
Always.
No. Okay, seeing we've thoroughly pretty much covered this movie, I just want to take it.
Thoroughly.
There is nothing to this film.
No, don't even watch this film.
No, it's bad.
Very rarely can I can think maybe a handful of times where we've come out and been like, don't even fucking waste your
Yoga
time.
hosers.
For real, don't waste your time.
No. This is
If you grew up watching it, power to you.
this is 90 minutes of just nothing.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I didn't learn anything.
What were you
I
thinking?
feel like I didn't see anything.
I was gonna say, it's not fucking reading Rainbow. You aren't gonna learn shit.
You're not trying to take a message here.
Fair enough.
Take a look. It's in a book.
Reading Rainbow.
Suburban Commando.
Suburban Commando.
The most confusing crossover.
Yeah. I'm here today, brother, to promote my book.
I can't fucking read. I'm here to eat a roast beef sandwich.
And fuck your mom.
God, I'm fat.
Mom, why is this on PBS?
Don't listen to Terry, hon.
Because your dad's not a real man. This balding, mulleted fuckface is? Question mark? Not a Hulk Hogan guy.
You know he could kick your ass, though.
I don't give a shit. Good job.
Eat your vitamins.
Yeah. When I grow up, I want to be Terry Hogan. What do you say to a child? If you had offspring that walked up to you and said, I want to be just like Terry Hogan, brother, do you beat your kid's ass?
Vic, well, no.
You could shoot a lot higher, kid.
Yeah. Vic, aim a little bit higher. Aim for Sting.
Oh, Sting is top tier?
He's from Omaha.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Aim for Roddy Piper. At least he was in better movies.
But he's dead.
Better movie,
He's dead, though.
Yeah, that's true. But he was in It's Always Sunny and They Live.
Yeah. The Maniac.
And the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Really?
Yeah. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
on that.
Huh. I was unaware.
Great show.
That's a throwback.
It's actually terrible.
I know it is. I tried watching it on Netflix and was like, oh my god.
A part of my childhood that you go back and you're like, I was retarded.
Like, wow, Mario looks an awful lot like Ron Jeremy.
It is Ron Jeremy.
That's
the wrong movie.
That's like Weird Al had a show as well. He had a kid's show. Weird Al
That's too bad.
It's called UHF.
No.
That's when you go, Mommy, why do people like Weird Al?
You shut your whorish mouth. He's a saint.
Define saint.
I don't know. That's the wrong word. But he's a treasure.
Define treasure.
Something valuable that you couldn't live without.
You couldn't live without Weird Al Yankovic?
No. I don't think I would be the same person I am today without him.
Wow. So what you're saying is when Weird Al dies, I'm going to get along with you better than I do now?
Probably.
Okay. I look forward to this.
But, do we want to do scenes?
Sure.
So, my scene, because it's...
Hope he doesn't steal one of the only good scenes from this.
Because it's, like, it hits okay, there's a mime while Terry Hogan is out jogging in jeans and boots, going to his ship, and Christopher Lloyd is tailing him, and this mime is pretending to be in a box. So he's like, oh, I'll get you out, after he says some bullshit jargon about being in some fucking
Force field.
And he punches the mime into the wall. Well, then he comes back on his way back to the house and sees the mime climbing a ladder. He's like, oh, you're trying to get up? And so he throws him up on top of the hotel, which then the mime says something and then falls off the hotel. And then he sees the mime this is kind of a running scene, but then he sees the mime the next morning trying to pull a rope, and he goes, oh, I'll help you, and the guy, like, runs away screaming. It's not great, but it's one of the few tries at comedy.
Right.
So, I give that mime guy more credit than I give Hulk Hogan.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the end scene. Where the cat's in the tree.
Where Christopher Lloyd shoots out a fucking street light
Oh, not that. That was alright, though.
But that leads into... I thought you were talking about the credits.
No, I'm talking about the part where a girl almost died.
Yeah.
Because I would pick that.
Yep.
So the same girl, this happened already earlier in the movie where she's...
Cameo, Elizabeth Moss.
Not a cameo when you're nobody.
Yeah.
Just a girl.
Yeah.
That ended up being Elizabeth Moss. You're not a real person when you're a kid. Yeah, so there's this part in the movie where Hulk Hogan's outside fucking... All he does is wander around this fucking neighborhood, it seems like, and random shit happens, but he's out and she's crying in front of a tree, and she's like, oh, my kitty ran away. And he's like, oh, and he looks in the tree, because when a girl says her cat's missing, you immediately look at a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I guess that's not that weird.
No, because she could just be crying because the cat's up and she can't reach it.
Well, I guess it's... Alright, anyways.
But not argue watch.
She's crying, and he sees a cat in a tree right next to him, and he grabs this branch and pulls it down, and then the girl goes, that's not my cat, which is fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because they show the same cat later, and it was her cat? I don't know. I'm not going to overthink
Not
it.
all the cats are not
all
because,
cats are the same.
Yeah.
We don't all look alike.
Yeah.
That was the same fucking cat.
Yes.
But anyways, she says, "That's not my cat." He lets it go and the cat flies off into, whatever.
The stratosphere.
Right. That was the first time. Later, they do the same thing, except she grabs the cat. Or
The cat
jumps down, the girl grabs the branch, and the girl gets thrown. And for a minute, you're like, oh, is something going to happen? And then no, Hulk somehow quickly moves, which I don't think he does, and catches this girl. And you're like, okay. Still trash.
Yep.
I'd probably say, I think it was kind of the scene near the end where Hulk Hogan gets this kid's skateboard.
Oh gosh.
And originally, earlier on in the film, he ran into these kids that were skateboarding, and this kid's like, "Here, skateboard," and Hulk puts it down, and he puts one foot on it and slips backwards, and the skateboard goes in the air. Anyways, later on, he runs into him again, and he grabs his skateboard, and the kids feel threatened, like they're running away or something like that, and Hulk hops on the skateboard, and he proceeds to do, like, flips on the skateboard with, like, no ramp or anything. He's doing all these crazy tricks, and the guy that they got to do the tricks for Hulk didn't have the body type at all that he had. It looked like trash.
Oh, so you want his stuntman to do a fucking bunch of steroids to get for this?
Yep. Andre the Giant should have been the stuntman.
Oh.
Was he dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Better actor.
Ah.
Somehow.
A little bit harder to understand, though.
Yeah. Hello, pretty lady. Kinder soul.
Yes. There's a running story that he was on set one time and farted, and it lasted for like 30 seconds.
Right.
And Rob Reiner's like, "You okay?" And he's like, "Better now, boss."
Sounds about right.
And I remember Carrie L was talking about they would go out to drink, and he's like, "I tried drinking, like staying with him, and he's like, he had like 30 wines, and I got to 6, and I was like, I'm done." Like 6 glasses. So he was like, because he had to drink constantly because he was always in so much pain.
Poor guy.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that skateboarding scene was shit.
Yeah, that was pretty awful.
Yeah.
Cut from Hulk Hogan's body type to Tony Hawk.
Yeah, which I like that when the guy is doing it upside down, like the handstand, you can see he has like, Hulk Hogan has facial hair, but he has like a whole chin strap, like fucking goatee. It's like, no. But yeah. Any fun facts about this film?
Nope.
I mentioned the one
some?
that it was a supposedly original Arnold vehicle that got bought. The film was budgeted for $11 million, made 8, so it didn't even make its money back. It has a 4.4 on IMDb and a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 32% user review. And you know what? If you want a good laugh, go look at some of the 5 stars on fucking Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. They are pretty fucking good to read. So, like this one's, Hulkamania is still running wild, brother. So yeah, that'll be a good laugh. More laughs in this fucking film, I'll tell you that.
Yeah?
Yeah. It has to be the best wrestling movie ever.
It's not even about wrestling.
Nope. Oh, you know what? Also, fucking stupid ass jokes in this film. Because fucking Christopher Lloyd, when he saves that woman, drops the freeze gun. And then these bad guys, the ones that tried to rape the woman, try to freeze Hulk Hogan. He drinks antifreeze.
I should have picked that as my scene.
Antifreeze.
God, that was terrible.
Gatorade.
Well, and then it's funny because they freeze everybody and everyone keeps moving.
Yeah, they weren't very still.
No.
I'm pretty sure they just threw, baby powder on everybody and had them just stand there for a second.
They bukkakied everyone and...
Yep.
No, Zukaki.
Zukaki.
I had forgotten about that.
Which we distinguished was like going to a zoo and having all the animals.
Or an Asian man's name.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Have all the animals what?
Like, together in one room.
Oh. Doing what?
Just standing there.
Oh.
For your pleasure.
Playing Jenga.
That's what Zukaki means?
Yeah.
So Bukkake, is that with ghosts?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I hate myself.
That's a fucking Thai joke right there.
Gosh. All right. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. This is a bad movie.
No.
Christopher Lloyd is like he does fine acting in it. I just have no fucking clue why he's in it. He owed somebody something, and then fucking Shelley Duvall freaks me the fuck out. Honestly, in this film, she's kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Hogan is not good. He is just reading his lines with like malice at every turn. Yeah. So very light on everything, but I'm gonna give it a 2.7 for two reasons. That's how many years since it's been since it came out. 27, so 2.7. And I had to make sure it was higher than Kung Pao. So
What'd you give Kung Pao?
a 2.
Wow. What'd I give Kung Pao?
I think you gave it like a 5. So
That
I think you
like
went
me.
middle of the road.
Yeah. Kung Pao's better than this.
It is.
You don't think so?
Kung
No.
Pao actually has a plot.
Well, let's not get crazy here.
No, he does. He's the
Well,
chosen one.
It has
You can
about...
just say he's the chosen one and call that a plot.
Yeah, it's a plot.
It's as thinly veiled a plot as this. But yeah, I'll go with 2.7. Short and sweet, because I want something else I want us to get to at the end of this.
This was my first time seeing this. I had no desire to see this. So thank you for exposing me to this cancer that I would have lived my whole life without witnessing. It's pretty bad. Hulk Hogan's not good. Christopher Lloyd I don't even think was that great. I think he's the only one that remotely gave a shit. I don't know why he gave a shit. This seems like one of those you show up to set and you're like, oh, I know what this is. Because you see Hulk Hogan and you're like, yep. And Shelley Duvall is... Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really a movie.
Nope.
It's more you watch it and are in disbelief that somebody paid for it.
$11 million.
And that there's a select group of the population that's still alive that have watched this movie. Not only that, but enjoyed this movie. Which I'm not going to bash you.
People like their own shit.
You know what? Like whatever you want. But for me, this is dog shit. I fucking hated it. It sucked dick more than The Secretary.
Jeez.
She's probably a nice woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 1.5. There's not a lot of entertainment value here.
Nope.
You basically have to create it for yourself.
It's like watching the sets, like at the very beginning when he's escaping the ship, and you're like, yeah, that's a fucking cardboard hallway.
Oh, yeah.
A painted cardboard hallway.
I've seen bits and pieces of this before. I don't think I ever actually sat and watched the whole thing through. It's bad. It's just a bad movie. I would arguably say Larry Miller's one of the most charismatic people in the film.
You know what? I wouldn't dispute that.
No,
he's one of the better actors.
He plays
sure.
his part
right
perfectly.
He does what he's known for doing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no plot. It's you're just watching Hulk Hogan be a monster to people. That apparently he cares about a family at the end of the movie. There's not a lot here. I would probably rather watch Howard the Duck.
Rugrats?
No. Masters of the Universe I'd probably watch over this. It's just not good. I'd probably give it a 1.5 as well.
Yeah, it's definitely not good.
I'd rather watch One Night in China.
Wow.
Ooh.
I wouldn't be happy.
Better wrestling movie.
That has two.
You know what?
That also has two wrestlers in it.
Yeah.
One a lot bigger than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger how?
Oh, she just was jacked.
Oh, I thought you were talking about cock size
No.
for both of them.
Didn't even look like a clitoris.
Jeez.
As a matter of fact, I question if it was.
It's so big it kind of looks like a tiny cock.
It was unsettling.
So my announcement is the rest of my films are all Hulk Hogan films.
Forever?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I'm kidding.
no.
I'm kidding. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that would be... First off, you would run out.
Yeah, there's a finite amount.
Yeah, I think there's like 5.
And that's how you get Jake to hate you forever.
Second off, I'd bury you somewhere.
No holds barred next. All the bars are not holding.
He makes us watch all of Hogan Knows Best.
Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
Did you?
I think I did.
I never saw it.
I don't know why I did. I watched that Ozzy Osbourne show, too.
You watched the Osbournes?
Yep, which really makes you think less of Ozzy Osbourne.
I don't doubt it. Like, that's like one of those people, like, you pull back the curtain and you're like, I don't really want to see what's behind it.
Right. Oh, it's just a guy
Who's
that
like
can't work a remote for his fucking TV.
totally fucked up
Sad.
from all the years of drug abuse.
And everybody
touring.
talks to him like he's a fucking idiot. Because he kind of is a fucking
Yeah.
idiot. On one hand, Black Sabbath. Pretty good band.
Yeah.
Pretty well respected.
Even his solo stuff, most of
And
it's
then
okay.
they pull that curtain and you're like, no, put that back.
The curtain?
Yes, put that curtain back.
Put that curtain back, or so help me, so help me.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom. Monsters Inc.
Okay,
Yep.
so as you know, this is our 100th episode that we've recorded. Unfortunately, some were lost. Around
Yeah.
6, I think.
Right now they're counting, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah. So we thought we'd still celebrate this as our 100, though. So yeah, your numbering will... The number that doesn't exist anymore, but you'll be able to count and be like, yeah, this doesn't add up to 100. But it does for us. Like we said, someday those lost episodes will come to light, but...
When we invent a way to go back in time.
Yeah, because we ain't scripting that shit.
No, that would be painful.
Yeah.
You think Hulk Hogan's a bad actor?
Hey, I won an acting award in high school.
Really?
Yeah, best supporting actor.
Best worst actor?
Yeah. Best supporting actor in districts. Bitch.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Play Captain Hook's lawyer
You were Captain Hook's lawyer?
I don't know about that.
from Arrested Development.
Oh.
Like, you're a crook, Captain Hook.
No. Anyways.
Sorry.
You should be. Oh, I want to just ask quick. Seeing we've hit 100,
Oh,
What?
no.
what have been some of your favorite, like,
Oh, no.
moments? in
Favorite
this-
moments?
Or phrases or stupid things we've done or some of the shit we've had to cut.
Let's see.
Like, we obviously can't.
Oh, things we've cut?
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Let's pull back the curtain.
the real Jaws episode is shocking. And the one that you've heard is pretty bad. But the shit that was taken out, we could go to jail for.
I still say Jaws was probably the worst recording experience. We were doing that, and I was like
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, but I was also like, this is just shit.
Oh, yeah.
This is just shit.
It was bad. It's one of those, the mic goes off, and I go piss, and I look in the mirror, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
I'd probably say the game show that Jake pitched.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we did. We had to cut that. That's right.
Well, We didn't have to.
We needed.
I've left some pretty heinous shit in this pod, but that would have gotten some heat, possibly.
Yeah, that was not a good game show idea. Do we want to give without saying exactly what it was? Can we give what it pertained to?
Go for it
a little bit.
Well, I'm trying to remember.
There's no good way to tell them is the problem. I pitched a rape game show.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? That's perfect right there.
And then
wasn't it who could do it the fastest?
And to make it even worse, then I tried to be like, well, that's not rape. And then I was quickly notified, no, that is rape. So
yeah, we came on you came down on you pretty
hard.
You came on me pretty hard. That's the show I was trying to pitch. You fucking prudes. Jesus Christ. You know what I like that we always cut? All the times that we kept saying each other's last name.
Yeah.
Holy shit. For a while there, it was every fucking episode.
Mm-hmm. Especially early on. Gosh, your last name got dropped, I think, at least 5 of the first 7.
Right.
Drew's was one time in there as well.
Mm-hmm. So. And then a couple pods where we would just purposefully say it just to piss the other person off.
Because we knew we'd cut it. But
right.
It just was oh, fuck it, here we go.
As for favorite episode.
I mean, it has...
It's weird to talk about it because we do it.
Yeah.
But we do go back and listen.
Mm-hmm. I still love Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, Roger Rabbit's good.
God.
That Tweety impression.
Ow, my organs.
That's a pretty good impression.
Of your impression.
Of my impression. Which was not a good impression. We just went Inception.
We need to go deeper.
I also like how
that's why he said to Tweety.
Yeah. Tweety said that?
No, that's what you said to Tweety.
We need to go deeper. Well, it's a dead bird.
Yeah.
Tweety wasn't saying anything. I also like in that episode how Ty just nonchalantly throws out so who's the cartoon you want to fuck the most? And I'm like, whoa, shit. It's Lola.
And he goes,
he goes, I was hoping you would say that. Which is all kinds of fucking weird. Why were you hoping this?
Just so I didn't have to say it.
God, there's parts of... God, there's so many that I'll go back and download just to hear, a little 10-second portion of... Or I'll listen to the whole thing to try to,
figure out where it is.
Or just to relive... It's interesting for us to go back, I think. Well, I'm speaking for myself here, but going back, and especially now, since I'm so fucking far behind on uploading shit, that it's genuinely like hearing a brand new thing that you don't even remember. It's kind of weird to think that as you're recording it, you don't really remember that much. Like, if you laughed your ass off at something, you'll remember that. But enough time goes by where you don't remember, all the details or the build-up to it.
Well, I'm thinking right now, what was the fucking word you couldn't say? You kept repeating it. You were trying to say...
Cursory overview.
Yeah, cursory overview, and you couldn't...
Right. Oh, I could pronounce it. I just couldn't say anything else.
Yeah.
So I just kept repeating it.
As Cloud Atlas.
Yeah. Cursory overview. Also, that pod opens with me farting in Drew's kitchen. Which is pretty great.
Little Giants, the first time we ever had Schlevovitz on mic, was pretty fucking good.
Dude, the intro to Little Giants might be the best intro we've ever done.
Oh, that shit! I think we were buzzed during that pod.
Oh, I know. Listen to the Sarah Chalky part. You could tell that I was a little bit drunk because I actually got fucking pissed off.
That you were wrong?
Oh yeah, I'm always wrong. Is there a bet I've ever made on the pod that was actually right?
I don't think so. Not on the pod.
I don't think I've ever won a bet.
No, I don't think so either. But Little fucking Giants was... And then we got into that weird... about that scene with the whole... They're watching the kids make out, and the teens make out. And
you ever look at your hand and wish you could kiss back?
And we're just like, that whole sequence we talk about, that just, it's weird, but that scene itself was very awkward.
Rules of attraction.
Oh gosh. The jerking off scene?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Was Eric on that pod?
No, that was just us.
Okay.
What class? Who teaches that?
Yep. That was the Home Depot episode.
The
Touched by an Angel episode.
Rodriguez.
Yep.
Yeah, you left that in.
Yeah, surprisingly.
I'm so glad we moved away. Like, I know our format even has changed since we've gone along, but those first 3 episodes, or 4, I fucking can't listen to anymore.
Yeah, they're the first one for me. First off, I hate Mystery Men. I really didn't like it. So I've probably heard that twice ever. And one of those was to edit the fucking thing. And I've never gone back to it. I know there's a part about the skunk that was pretty funny, but that's like the end of the pod. Mario Brothers, though, and Riccio, I've gone back to. Riccio amuses me because you fucking hated it so much. And Mario was the beginning of the new format. It wasn't officially, but it was the beginning of the tone shift.
Yeah.
Where we started getting more playful and less serious about running shit down. And we talk about the chicken skin scenery and...
the fucking garbage truck and...
Right. Samantha Mathis, though.
But yeah, then the town was the last one of that. And even then, like now, like you mentioned tonight, sometimes it doesn't seem like we have a movie podcast because we'll
fuck around so much.
Yeah, but usually we only do that with like films that are bad. We'll try to give you the parts and like what makes them bad, but then we honestly try to just have fun with it because it's like, fuck it, there isn't much. Like, the hardest thing is a bad movie that there's nothing to the movie.
Right.
Like
this.
It's different when it's a bad movie and there's stuff like Kung Pao. It's a bad movie. In my opinion, it's a terrible movie. But there's shit to talk about.
Right. Or stuff like...
Surf Ninjas. Fuck. We did great with that pod because it actually had a story.
Right. It's playful stupid.
Yeah.
Or stuff like... What was the Chris Pine movie we watched? With
Carriers?
the plague? Carriers. Where you can actually bring up shit and... like, for me, Carriers, most of my issues with it is because there was a better movie there that they could have done. So for that, like, that was parts of that were a relatively serious pod where we gave actual constructive feedback. But if it's something like this, we usually just cut our loss and we're like, we're just going to fuck around for an hour and a half.
We'll give you what the movie's about. We'll say some parts, good, bad, indifferent, and we'll give you our scenes. But, I mean, the rest of it's just shitting on it or just shitting with each other. So
shitting with each other.
Yeah. It's called a poop cocky.
I'd watch that.
You could be in it, though.
I'd rather watch.
Smart.
I also like that me and Jake had our first encounter on this pod. Remember, Drew's like, "What, you two gonna bang it out?" And then we...
Oh, yeah.
And then later on, he said it again, or he started coughing, and we're like, "Oh, Drew's getting
Drew's
in
choking on
it." That's the crow.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I was like pretending like I was barfing, and they were like,
"Yeah." It's fun. It's been therapeutic.
Yeah, a lot of shit's... You know, we never finished Buried.
No, we never did.
Well, there's a good reason for that.
Yeah, I know.
That in retrospect makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I guess I could just mention it.
You don't have to.
I'm
just saying
we started Buried and then my parents basically got divorced. So I was like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got some shit that I gotta adjust to, and it was I won't say fun.
No.
I never watched it though. So
no, we didn't even finish either, so. And I think there's only been one pod where all 3 of us weren't on it. Isn't that right?
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, what an awful... Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, this motherfucker.
I'll make no plans to see that movie.
So I do have a question. If there was one movie we could revisit to do another pod on, to like, we've seen it, but let's give it another watch and see what we think. is there one movie we've done in these past 100?
Oh man, that's hard because of the lost pods.
Yeah, but I mean, just pretend those went out. Just like, is there? I mean, so you're probably gonna grab from the first 50, but is there one you'd like? I wish we could look at that
better.
Yeah,
honestly, Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
Except that
I just don't think we were feeling it that night. Honestly,
I think it was a weird fucking. I don't know what was going on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Jaws it's one of those that right from the get-go, I could feel it slipping away, and we just never reeled it in. It just got further and further out there, and fucking like now we're usually pretty good about like they don't know, but we'll like pause and kind of look at each other when we feel like something weird is going on, and then somebody will usually take the reins and kind of be like, okay. Jake's going off to the fucking crazy island. We're gonna pull it in a little bit, and then you guys will talk, and I'll try to like fucking adjust. Or sometimes Drew gets quiet, and then we'll kind of do our thing, and then Drew will come in, and sometimes Ty makes bad jokes, so then Drew and I try to pick it back up because he screeches the goddamn pod to a halt.
Hall?
Yeah,
Scott Hall?
Yes.
Razor Ramon?
Yeah.
But it's I feel like we all. What the fuck is wrong with your back?
Yeah, fucking A, you were popping everywhere.
Your spine made of rice crackers?
No, those are my shoulders.
Holy shit.
Yeah, my shoulders are bad.
I was gonna say, if there was one while I'm looking over like our old list that we have, I would say maybe In Time. Like, rewatch it and maybe just see if there's anything else that hits us.
Right. In Time, I don't even really remember the pod that well.
Yeah, I didn't. So maybe I'd have to re-listen to that one, but that or watch Ghostbusters with Drew and get his actual opinions mixed with ours. But
that could be fun, but we'd have to rewatch Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I know. But gosh, just the guffawing that fucking night I remember in the fucking theater.
You would never get that experience.
Yeah.
It was like, imagine watching dog shit, but everyone around you, for whatever reason, is acting like it's amazing.
Oh, so like watching The Big Bang Theory?
Ooh, shots fired.
You're not wrong.
Or I was going to say
agree.
The Nice Guys, but we couldn't ever get that experience of that fucking car ride in the fucking movie theater with the guy and the girl going and banging in the bathroom.
Dude, that was an experience. I think every time other than Ghostbusters. Actually, no, I should rephrase it. Every time we've gone to the theater has been a super memorable experience.
Mm-hmm.
You should do that more.
It's just trying to, like, Tuesdays usually are the nice night that work cheaply.
Right.
But then it's finding a movie that we want to see and then also trying to not fight the fucking crowd.
Right. And coordinating it with all of us. And plus, there's not really anything newer that has been like, oh, we gotta go to the theater. Mm-hmm. It's usually, we can wait for it, or we've already fucking seen it.
Could have done Infinity War.
Yeah, we could have.
Because by the time this came out, Avengers 4 would be coming out.
Yeah. You just wait. One day you're going to be like, oh, fuck, I have 20 pods to listen to. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a great problem for you guys. And I'll be dead from exhaustion.
Is there any film you haven't done yet that's on your bucket list that'll probably come in the next 100?
I would hope I did Contact.
I was wondering if you'd say it.
I hate to say it because now it's out there. But at some point, even though it could be one of those pods where we're just like, it was a good movie, Contact, I think, is worth watching.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want Ty to watch Falling Down.
Since we talked about it so much.
I was going to say, like, Armageddon's on that list for me. Just because it's one of those movies that people either hate or they love. So that's one. And I know I've talked about it quite a bit. Another one, because I want to kind of redeem myself for the fucking, like, bad choice in romantic comedy that was fucking Couples Retreat.
Oh, man.
And pick Overboard, but
Kurt Russell?
Yeah, Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn, which I don't know if either of you have seen, though, but...
Nope.
Yeah, that maybe is my next pick, but that's one I've always thought of, too, because... That one I know we could have a lot of fun with because there's that whole like kind of rapey vibe thing in it.
where we succeed so strongly.
Yes. But Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell are just amazing. So this, like I said, was one of the ones I had talked about before and was one of the main ones I wanted to always do, and that's why I picked it for 100. Even though it wasn't a great film, but I just was like, this is why I always thought about doing, you know what, I'm going to do it.
It was a good choice for 100. I'm glad you picked it because I wouldn't have known what the fuck to do for like a momentous occasion.
Mm-hmm. Oh, trust me, I was going back and forth. Like, I still was thinking Last Starfighter. That's another one I still want to do, but I just didn't feel it was right.
For 100.
Yeah. So, that one maybe will come in the next. We also have to do Mannequin 2 sometime.
Mandatory.
It is.
That first pod, if you ever hear it, listener, was great.
It was. It was
It's one of those, the minute we were done, I was like, I can't fucking wait to hear it. And that was 7 months ago. Someday. I think we're only 2 away. So I need to sit down and just make it happen.
Okay, is there anything else you guys want to talk about or reflect on? If not, that's fine.
We've come a long way. Do we feel like we've grown?
No.
Grown?
Is grown the right... Probably not the right word.
No.
I think we've gotten better about keeping it afloat.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I still think we need to work on some of our time shit, but I think sometimes we need to learn when, like a Jaws, instead of trying to push it for that time limit.
Oh yeah,
we need
just
to
cut our loss and be like,
cut it. That's why, like, I didn't care with this, is because I knew I wanted to talk about this stuff at the end. So I was like, whatever. Like, we can be done with this movie. But we need to, with some movies, just, if we're done, if it's 40 minutes, whatever. Because it's better to have 40 minutes of gold than an hour and feel like it's dragging. So, like, Hook. That's a pod that I'm like, I feel we ran too long on.
Hook dragged?
I think so. Like, not as bad as Jaws, but I'm just saying, like...
We talk about a butter pentagram to summon Melissa McCarthy.
Oh my god.
That was right at the beginning, though.
Yeah.
And how much you hated Julia Roberts.
Yeah, I fucking hate that bitch.
Was that the night Eric was buying the... Or was that Goonies? He was buying the Furby.
Hook might have been the Furby night. And then Drew said the funniest thing he's ever said on the pod when... He said that must have been a lot of happy thoughts to make Melissa McCarthy fly. To make her fry. Yeah. And I don't know why.
I just want to fry.
He caught me at, like, just the right moment. Because, like, I don't know, my brain, like, couldn't even comprehend that you had said something that fucking funny. And I just lost my shit at it.
The greatest is when you have your hissy cries.
Oh, I
or your laughs.
The laugh?
Yeah.
When the real laugh comes out?
The Room.
I hate the real laugh. I mean, I know people like it, but it literally, as a kid, when I would do that laugh, people would fuck with me so much. You have no idea.
I love the comebacks because I think it came out when you were thinking about the horse.
Dude, the horse is so good, though.
Okay, last question before we wrap this up. What one film of these first 100, like, surprised you the most? Either good or bad. Which one were you like, holy shit, like, that is better than I thought it would be, or holy shit, that's a lot worse than I thought it would be?
Mannequin's a good one.
I
hate to do this. I'm going to quickly...
Hey, I had to do it to look over some as well.
I'm going to scroll through because I know one of these has completely caught me off guard.
I'd even say American Beauty. Like, I didn't really hold stake in that movie, and it ended up being amazing.
That's a good one too. Oh god, I just thought Spies Like Us.
Stay Alive, I think I might have been like, holy shit, this is way worse than I thought it was. You know what? Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it. That was one of those, like, I watched and I was like, I wish that I had grown up watching this.
Wait, Drew, what was yours?
I said Mannequin at first.
Fuck, both those are my picks.
Yeah.
And you guys complain about I pick shitty stuff.
Well, considering what you picked tonight, and
you pick some shitty stuff.
You know, I'll probably say Green Room.
Green Room surprised you the most?
Yeah, like I mean, I knew the people were like, I was like Patrick Stewart, Anton Yelchin, but just the tone and everything in it, like I didn't know what fully to expect, but it was fucking good.
Yeah.
So that I would go with that probably, or I'm just looking through what we have all up right now. I can't remember all the.
Mm-hmm.
No, Stretch.
Yeah.
Stretch.
That's a good fucking movie.
That was that was probably the film, because you told me about it and I was like, what the fuck is this? And that, like, I was floored by how good it was.
Stretch was actually a Scott Mills recommendation.
Oh, nice.
I believe when he was still working with us, he had talked to me about it, and it just, for whatever reason, went in the back burner of my mind, and I was on Netflix one night, and I'm like, I fucking think that someone has told me about this. And I just ended up watching it. Was like, holy shit, that's a good movie.
I can't trust Scott, though. He recommended Green Inferno.
He recommended it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a misfire for sure. They can't all be winners.
No.
Especially not that one.
Green Inferno.
I could not believe what I was watching. I might pick that.
Oh,
eventually.
Man, that was pretty bad. Scott's kind of a dick, though. So I could see him telling you Green Inferno is a good movie just to get you to go and be like, yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
No,
I'm
trying to think of all, like, the movies that, like, were bad. Like, besides Riccio, but that I didn't really have high hopes for. All the ones I think of are my movies.
Oh, really?
Like, Spies Like Us isn't, like, I laugh at it, but it's not a great film. Or then I scroll up a little bit further, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, or keep going, and it's like fucking Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I think, I just wanted to a little reminisce, since we had 100.
We do this every now and then.
Yeah, but
That's
I
nice.
thought, let's make it more official than just randomly throwing it in there.
And we don't have a ton of listeners, but the ones that do, it's nice to hear that they think of it the same way we do. Like, they'll go back, like Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Fred will go back and listen, and he'll just be laughing about something. He'll be like, oh, I went back and I heard this one, and I was laughing about that. Or they'll reference our own shit to us.
And I don't even know what they're saying because I forgot about it. Like you mentioned how you forget about pod sometimes.
Right. Or sometimes you hear it, and you're like, who said that? And they're like, you said that. And I'm like, when?
Yeah, you fucked a lot of things, by the way, in our pods. Like, we've mentioned you, like...
Well, look at Connery.
Yeah. Alright, any other things before we wrap this up?
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. We, do this just for fun, but the more people that hear it...
Great.
Yeah. The less people that hear it, less people to indict us, but, whatever.
Yeah. Fewer witnesses.
Yes. But, yeah. All right. Look forward to another 100. I'm, yes, Jake?
I was just going to say, if you have a favorite.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to pick next?
Oh, yeah. Jake.
My pick. I'm not sure. I don't want to put anything in stone because then it turns into a contact situation.
Yeah, even though you always bitch about me for not even coming with anything.
Okay. I have a couple I'm thinking about. One of them is called Cop Car with Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
The other is Vanilla Sky. Have either of you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
I'm thinking Vanilla Sky. I'm leaning more towards that because it's weird,
Mm-hmm.
and we could probably have a pretty interesting talk.
That's Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah.
Penelope
Cameron Diaz.
Cruz and...
Cameron Diaz.
Penelope Cruz, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, yeah, so that'll be next week. Like, share, subscribe, Facebook, Twitter, Libsyn, iTunes, favorite podcast app, tjdmoviereviews@gmail.com. I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew, brother.